seeing significant trauma of all kinds. But the ones that we see the most are amputations and burns. Kids with significant third-degree burns, over 40, 50, 60% of their body. And there's hundreds and hundreds of children who are amputees now, who are missing arms and legs as a result of the kind of weapons that are being used and the kind of injuries that are being sustained.
Since October 7th, almost 7,000 Palestinian children have been killed in Israeli bombardment, which has also claimed over 15,000 Palestinian lives and injured over 40,000. It's important to start considering what recovery, whatever that even means in this context, means for Palestinians, especially for Palestinian children. So I wanted to speak with Steve Sosebee, the president and founder of the Palestine Children's Relief Fund, about what the current situation looks like for children who survived Israeli bombardment, as well as what the future may hold for them and Palestinian healthcare itself. Can you tell me a bit about how your operations have changed, if at all, since the beginning of Israeli bombardment on October 7th?
We had developed an amputee program. We had over 100 children enrolled in it already. It's really an area you can have a tremendous impact with a little amount of investment, meaning that, a child who's missing a leg, you build them a leg and their lives are transformed. Now, all of that is not possible currently. And we're not even sure if the prosthetic limb center still exists, as it's in the north. Unfortunately, when the crisis began on October 7th, all of those missions had to stop due to the lack of access and the insecurity and instability on the ground.
What does usually recovery look like for children with these types of injuries? And is that even possible in the given context?
We have to start building them new prosthetics. They have to learn to walk again. They have to go through a long rehabilitation process. Their prosthetic limbs that are provided for them have to be adjusted and fixed. These are long-term cases. Unfortunately, a lot of these kids with upper limb amputations are going to have to go through a very significant adjustment of learning occupational therapy, and just the psychological impact of having your arm gone and not being able to replace it with anything that's functional or comfortable. Most of them don't wear their upper limb prosthetics. So those are significant issues that we have to take into consideration as well. The ceasefire is the first step in this whole process of rebuilding. And if there's not a significant political resolution to this particular crisis, then it's very challenging for organizations or any institutions at all to come in and have a positive impact in the lives of the people there.
Are you hopeful for the children of Gaza, for Palestinian children? And where do you derive that hope from?
I was married to a Palestinian woman for 17 years who passed from cancer. And in her honor, we built a cancer department in her name. So I've been through, on a professional level and on a personal level, periods of extreme hopelessness and crisis. I've been through 2 intifadas. I've been through the Great Return marches. I've been through several bombing campaigns in Gaza. There's no more of a resilient people in the world today than the people of Gaza. They have persevered and they have continued to strive for normalcy and to try to live lives of decency and of freedom. I think the most important thing that Palestinians in Gaza today need to feel is that the lives of their children matter, that they're not forgotten, that they're not easily disposed of through violence or poverty or subjugation. I think it's not beneficial to anyone, particularly ourselves as Americans who share a significant responsibility for the crimes that are being committed against Palestinian children in Gaza. Those are our bombs. That's our tax money that's paid for them. We have a responsibility to act.